All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Powering his way forward. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Ground. This is Jalen Richard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Perkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Coming this way, here we go.
To throw on second down. Perkins escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Off the play fake. Perkins. He completes it to Boyd. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Watch out for Hill on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
You ain't going nowhere.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Chopper. Out. Check. Fresno.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun, Franks steps away, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Lock it. Under 10. Check. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Ready, go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Got it. 22 by 22. Here we go. Flags off. Kill. Check. Echo.
Second and 6. Gets this one to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 9. Watch the safety creep. Charlie. 57's the mic. Watch it. Go.
Looking to throw. Franks. He is going to find Hill here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Check the backer, check the backer.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. This one complete to Jordan Reed. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
It's a gain of 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Stop your whining. Shift.
On first down, Perkins. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down and avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, Perkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hakeem Butler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Franks. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
24 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, Franks under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cleveland Farrell, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The final shot before break. Franks, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Quick dash. Come. Check.
Off play action. Franks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Dog. Watch the shit. Relax, try. Shit. 25. Check 25. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Rip right. Ready, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Franks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that? when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They go play action here on first down. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Perkins. He's got his man, it's Butler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will shave one more off this lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake, Franks. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Robert Woods, 82 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Perkins airing one out for Boyd. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That, folks, is a 94-yard punt return. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 4. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now in fourth quarter where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Perkins airing one out for Boyd, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Hatch, see it. Under crunch. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Perkins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Perkins. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down. Perkins, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw on 2nd down, Perkins. And it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check it out, Reed.
On 3rd down, Perkins. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Single, 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 single.
On 4th down, Perkins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.